Are you not entertained? Have you been paying attention to these games that have been happening for the last 2 days? When people have been telling you that this 2021 draft is going to be no joke, were you one of those that said, it's going to be all right? Well, if you're one of those people, you should be paying attention by now. If you have not already started watching college basketball when it started, I need you to get on there right now. We didn't even see everybody yet. We saw Cade Cunningham go out there and look exactly how we expect him to look, and I still expect him to look a lot better than he looked in that first game. And shout out to Oklahoma State for Brandon Boston out there playing, okay, but still looking like the guy that a lot of people are excited about. Evan Mobley doing his thing for SC. Jalen Suggs out there stealing a lot of people's hearts. Like, everyone is thinking that Jalen Suggs is going to jump up. Two of my favorite players that are in this lottery, Josh Christopher and Terrence Clark. Josh Christopher went out there and put up a crazy offensive night, even though Arizona State didn't win. And Terrence Clark was a little pedestrian in his game, but man, that boy can find a way to score. This draft class is exciting. This could be one of the best drafts in a long time, or ever. I don't know, but if you are one that has been skeptical about this draft and not understanding why we keep telling you guys we're not trading any of our 2021 picks, I need you to be watching now, okay? Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crews? Boy, CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now, people, how often do I have to tell you? We didn't even see everybody yet. We still got to see my boy Jalen Green. Jalen Green, my favorite prospect in this draft. Cade Cunningham, a close second, even though I would draft Cade Cunningham before Jalen Green. I know what we need. We need that starting point guard. Give me Cade. But my favorite is still Jalen Green in this draft. A lot like 2 years ago with in the RJ Barrett draft. I know we needed Zion Williamson, but RJ Barrett was always my favorite prospect. And well, look what happened, and I'm not complaining about it. We haven't even seen Jonathan Kuminga yet. If you guys don't even know much about him, YouTube him. YouTube him right now. Jalen Johnson, Zion Williams, we haven't seen play yet. There's so many names and so many people that we are still have yet to see play that we need to be excited about. This draft is going to be stacked. I'm making this way too soon, overhyped video about this 2021 draft because it's just starting now, and I need for anybody who's subscribed to this channel, I need you guys to be watching college basketball and the G League this year, even some overseas basketball. I need you guys to be paying attention this year more than any year you ever had in the past. Will our luck change? Probably not, but at this year, it don't matter. I would love the 1 through 3 pick, but if we sit at the 6 or 7 pick, I'm not gonna be upset because we still have the likes of any of these top talented people in this draft, and I'm so excited about it. This draft class, like, there's no solidified spot because all of these guys in the top 10 of the lottery are that good that they're probably gonna be moving around like the Western Conference standing. Like, it's gonna be that kind of crazy who's moving where and which way. But when I saw that Jalen Suggs is on the lower end of the top 10 for a lot of people's standings, and when he made the decision to go to Gonzaga a while ago, I'm like, yo, there's no way that he doesn't climb. Gonzaga, as we've seen in the last few years, I mean, for a while, but especially in the last few years, Gonzaga has been one of the best run organizations in how these players play the game. Maybe not so much as far as, talent at the next level, going to the NBA, but as far as they play the game, Gonzaga is probably one of the best run schools in how they play the game. And Jalen Suggs in that offense, they finally got themselves a guy that is going to be a lottery pick.
Hello? Are you stupid?
If I see one person in my chat say, but yo, CK, what about Adam Morrison? I'm gonna... Yeah, I've seen all the comps from George Hill to Baron Davis. Like, if anywhere in between that, I've seen all the comps for that. But Jalen, I really like Jalen Suggs. And that's obviously, I don't know if that's somebody we'd be looking at. I just think that he's going to climb up the boards. So pay attention to him. Like I said, we haven't even seen the G League yet. So guys like Isaiah Todd, Jonathan Kuminga, my boy Jalen Green, like, there are names that are going to be in this G League that we still need to be paying attention to, and that could climb the same way. As you can tell, I'm just very excited. I'm very excited about this, and the fact that we have 2 first-round picks and we could possibly have 2 lottery picks if the Dallas Mavericks, if the injury with KP and how the team has, really didn't do much in free agency. I know Luka Doncic is there, so it's probably going to be very unlikely. They're probably still going to be fighting, but we could possibly have 2 lottery picks this coming draft, as long as the Mavericks don't go in the top 10, because then we lose their pick. It's protected. We could have 2 lottery picks. We could have a top 10 pick, or we could have a 10 through 14 pick. And if we could do that, if we could do that and then still have a solid free agency, 2021 is going to be a crazy year. But real quick, I want to do my early excitement test. So for people who do not watch college basketball, don't watch the G League, don't watch things like that going into the draft, I just want to give you my short list, very short list, because there's a lot of names you need to pay attention to, and we'll be talking about those as the season goes on. But my short list of players that are in the first round that I am a big, huge fans of, and I want you guys to pay attention to and remember these names until the draft next year. Obviously, Cade Cunningham is at the top of that list. Cade Cunningham has the ability to be that, I don't want to put that curse on him, but he has that that before the NBA, like the hype Sean Livingston edge to him. He uses his size really well, has a jump shot, the game just turns on so easy. I know when I say that, a lot of you younger kids are going to be like, Sean Livingston wasn't that good. You got to think back to right before the knee injury. Sean Livingston was going to be such a good player. He had all the tools to be such a good player. His frame was probably his biggest downfall. But Cade Cunningham has a similar play style to like a Sean Livingston, but except with a better build. And I don't want to compare him to Ben Simmons because Cade Cunningham is one of my favorite jump shots I've ever seen from a basketball player. And I refuse to compare it to somebody that refuses to shoot the damn ball. Cade Cunningham is definitely somebody that you need to pay attention to. He's the clear first or second overall pick, because I will tell you that you need to keep your eye on my other boy, Jalen Green. Now, Jalen Green, I understand Cade Cunningham is probably the point guard of the future. He's like an amoeba. The way that he figures out the game within the game is insane to me. People go next level and compare him to Kobe Bryant. I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but at the same time, I do understand it. But I can definitely see him giving Cade Cunningham a run for his money, especially because he has that one up that he's playing in the G League. So if he goes out there and plays really well against some of your favorite players that went down to G League, like, you know, there's going to be NBA talent that's going to be in the G League that probably be going up and down into the league, and he'll be playing against them. And if he goes out there and shows out in the G League, that to some people that might already make him the #1 overall pick over Cade Cunningham, who's still playing in college. And we also have to remember that Cade Cunningham is playing for Oklahoma State, which doesn't have the greatest basketball team. Those kind of factors could really affect Cade Cunningham and make him probably the 2nd overall pick. But I find that very unlikely. I think Cade Cunningham is the clear #1. But just be on the lookout for my boy Jalen, all right? Jalen can go out there and give Cade a run for his money. I can name everybody in the top 5. You know, Brandon Boston's somebody that you should be paying attention to. Jalen Johnson, who is playing at Duke right now. You can pay attention to these guys. Jonathan Kuminga, we're definitely going to break him down. But I'm talking about my favorites. So Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, and Evan Mobley. I'm a huge Evan Mobley stan. I think Evan Mobley is going to be one of those unicorn-esque bigs in the NBA for a long time to come. Him and his brother. But the thing is, I think we can snag Isaiah in the 2nd round if we miss out on Evan. They're bigs that can do everything, and to me, that is the definition of what a unicorn is. But yeah, Evan Mobley is one of those guys that's just crazy athletic to be the size that he is. Very smart around the rim. Knows how to get to the ball, where the ball is going to go before it gets there. He's one of those kind of centers that you really need to pay attention to, and he's got a sweet touch from the 3-point line. So he needs to bulk up. Seeing his height, and you see him in, like, you know, before he played his first game at USC, you think, oh, he'll be all right. But when you see him at USC, you can see he's a little wiry. Okay, he needs to put some weight on. But other than that, I am an Evan Mobley fan. I already talked about Jalen Suggs. Pay attention to Jalen Suggs and Gonzaga. And last but not least, like I mentioned at the top of the video, 2 of my favorite prospects that, you know, may not be lottery picks. I think Terrence Clark might be in some mocks to some people a lottery pick. Josh Christopher was at one point a lottery pick. He jumped out, but Josh Christopher and Terrence Clark, for personal reasons, are just 2 of my favorite players in this entire draft. I just want us to keep our eyes on these players. Terrence Clark, we've seen a lot of comps to my favorite basketball player of all time, Tracy McGrady, but Terrence Clark, as far as how he plays the game and how smooth he moves, just the natural ability to get to the rim and the natural ability to score the ball, he has that Tracy McGrady potential, in my personal opinion. I want to put that on him. It's just a very similar style to what T-Mac was. I'm not saying he is going to be T-Mac. It's just the way that Tracy McGrady approached the game, played the game, scored so effortlessly, got to the rim so effortlessly. Terrence Clark has that potential to be that kind of guy. So I feel like he could be that steal if we do go point guard with our pick, and then we do get a lottery pick with the Mavericks. I would love to see us pick up Terrence Clark as one of our wings for the future for sure. And then Josh Christopher, just a scoring machine that we need to pay attention to. There's nothing else I need to put about that. That band, even though Arizona State is not the greatest, I know they're ranked, but to me, I don't like how Arizona State's really put together. I think Josh Christopher's going to go out there and he's going to be a bucket. Hands down, point blank, period. But there's so many names, people. Don't limit yourself to just the ones that I mentioned in this video. Pay attention. I need you guys to be watching college basketball this year. This is probably the most college hoops I'm gonna watch in my entire life. And you guys understand, we talked so frequently about just like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman last year. And then we talked about other players, but here or there, you understand why that is that year compared to this coming draft. The talent is completely different this season. Watch now, people. And like I said, a lot of names I missed. Let me know your favorite name that you're going to be paying attention to, and who do you want the Knicks to go after? Or if you're not a Knicks fan, you're a fan of somebody else, let me know who you're looking at in the draft and why they should go to your team. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But it is that time of the video where we go over the comments of the video. Guys, I just quickly came over here to get my comments to read, and we are, as of me filming right now, we are 2 subs away from 19,200. Guys, we have a whole month and some change to possibly reach the goal of 20K by the end of 2020. I asked for this goal in January. It started to trickle down a little bit, so I was like, you know what, all right. Hopefully it still happens, I don't know, but guys, we could do it. So if you haven't already, you're watching this video, please hit that subscribe button. Please, 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 for your boy. Be right around the corner. 20K by the end of 2020. Can we make that happen? I don't know. But let's get in the comments of the video. Quan, our first comment, which is our CK Crew comment of the video. Quan says, Frankie Fast Hands is our guy. He just doesn't look at the rim. He wants to make the extra cut or pass where he'd be point blank and just lay it in. He could easily average 10 points. I agree. No, I 100% agree. I said all the time, you guys know I'm a huge Lonzo guy. I started the whole Zo to NY hashtag and everyone's talking about blah, blah, blah. You guys know I'm Lonzo Ball. I would love Lonzo Ball to be our point guard of the future. But I do believe Frank Ntilikina is a similar type of player. He is afraid to go to the rim, but has the ability to do so. I feel like all he needs to do is just make, because he can shoot. We've seen in the past that Frank Ntilikina, I feel like I'm talking about Lonzo Ball when I talk about Frank Ntilikina, but we know that Frank Ntilikina has the ability to shoot. It's just not consistent. The minute Frank Ntilikina's shot is consistent and he looks to make a shot around the rim when he has the rim accessible to him, then we will be having a different player. I do believe that if Frank Ntilikina starts this year, this is the year that we see a 9 or 10 point per game Frank Ntilikina. Mark my words. D Bear, I hope I said that right because you put the little pressure. Bear, we didn't draft Obi to play the 3 or sit on the bench. So yeah, he's starting over Randall. D, look, man, you're right, but you're also wrong at the same time. We didn't bring him in to be a bench player, and we definitely did not bring him in to be a 3. But I cannot completely agree with the fact that he's going to be starting over Julius Randle. Should he? Yes. Hell yeah, he should be starting over Julius Randle. But will he? No, he won't. I'm telling you guys that if there's no deal for Julius Randle between now and training camp, they're going to be playing Julius Randle and they're going to be upping his stock to be moved by the deadline. That's just the way that it goes in the NBA. We've seen this so many times in the past. If I'm wrong and Julius Randle is willing to take a bench role to start Obi Toppin, I would be floored. I just don't see it happening. So, D-Bear, I agree with you. You're right. But in the same sense, you're wrong because I don't think he's going to start over Julius Randle. I just don't. Leonard McCormick saying Victor Oladipo is not coming to this team. We already have a shooting guard in RJ Barrett. RJ is not a small forward and Burks is not a starter. Who are you starting then? I'd rather Burks start than Austin Rivers. For me personally, and I like Austin Rivers. I want Austin Rivers to be one of the first guys off of my second unit. So I don't know. I guess we can see what happens with the starting lineup. I mean, you might be completely right. We might start RJ at the 2, and I don't know who we put at the 3. Maybe we put Alec Burks at the 3. I don't know who we put at the 3, but I could definitely see. Like I said, I predicted my lineup. I think what my lineup was said is going to be the lineup that we're going to see, but we'll see. As far as Victor Oladipo, look, man, you can hope and pray that he might not come, but I gotta tell you that he's definitely on the Knicks radar. He might not come. The trade might not happen because the Pacers might want too much, but I can guarantee you he is on the Knicks radar. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, point of this video, I need you guys to be paying attention to college basketball. Matter of fact, there are some college hoops going on today, so make sure you have your TV screen set. I gave you the list of players to check out. Google the top 30 players in the league. Hell, just watch college basketball and maybe somebody you never heard of might surprise you and you can follow them along for the season. Pay attention 2021 draft is going to be star-studded. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very vital for what's next for the New York Knicks before free agency even comes about. So make sure you're paying attention this year. Shout out to everybody in the comments of the video this year, this video. Shout out to everybody who always shows support to the channel. You guys know the deal. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'm out of here. You guys know what it is. Let's get it. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I wonder if this is all on